Hi there. So funny. I had to do this update today because last night I had the giggles and I don't think I could have gotten through it. So I went to get my massage yesterday, and I love massages. I'm one of those people that you see in the airport getting like the chair massage. I just love massages for stress relief, and I think ergonomically, we ended up figuring out that I'm not set up right to work. So that's what's causing some brain fog and back pain. Anywho. So it's pouring in Buenos Aires, and I'm taking the subway to a place I've never been. It's fine. It's in a good neighborhood. But I show up at this building on a busy street, and she greets me at the door. She comes down and gets me. I buzz in, and I go up, and I walk into what is just like an amazing apartment. By New York standards, it's like palatial, turn of the century, like original chandeliers, original crown molding, columns. It's fabulous. And this is where she lives. This is where she runs her business. So she takes me down a little hallway to where she has her business that she's doing out of her house. And she opens the door, and I just I kind of giggle because it's just like it's decorated like a Victoria's Secret catalog. It's like pink and white, and there's teddy bears. But who cares, right? So I'm already here. So she has me put on disposable underwear and disposable bra. And when she comes back in 5 minutes later, I'm giggling because the disposable bra doesn't fit. And I'm like, ¿Es correcto? And she looks and she starts laughing because she realizes she gave me 2 underwear. So that that broke me into like a giggle fest. And then what happened over the next hour was just, it was beyond. Let's just say there's no market for massages or spas in Buenos Aires. It's just not part of the culture. So she's operating under, from watching YouTubes and from reading books and from having never been to spa school. So I'm laughing so hard because things are happening, there's karate chops happening. And at one point in time, my nose is being massaged like this. and she's pulling my toes in weird directions. And I'm trying to think of everything but what's going on, so I just don't bust out laughing because I've already have the giggles, and the stuff that's happening is just ridiculous, and it's just funny. It was totally funny. And I'm at one point I'm thinking of trying to think of name the top rivers in the world, because just anything not to just crack out loud laughing about what is transpiring. So I get done and I put my things back on. And I go out and put my jacket on. I get my money to give to her. And I go out, and she was gives me this very startled look. And I'm like, oh, it was really good. And thank you so much. And she's like, no, now we have tea. Now we have tea. So she was basically like, I don't know you. You're in my home. I just gave you a massage. The least we could do after this is sit down and have a conversation and relax and talk, which should just that just there should tell you enough about the culture, right? That people want to sit down after a massage. It was at this point it was 10:30 in the evening, and we had an hour conversation. And she's lovely and was so nice. And talked about starting a business in her home, in a place where there's not really a market, but how she's gotten a following. And I was her third person of the day that contacted her blindly. So here's this really inspiring and entrepreneurial woman who is doing really cool things in Buenos Aires in this palatial house, giving these crazy massages. And I just loved it. I just loved every minute. It was awesome. The entire experience was terrific. And I would go back to her again because our conversation, she wanted to speak in English, I wanted to speak in Spanish. So we kept going back and forth. And it was just an all-around hilarious yet such a touching experience, and pretty funny at the end of the day. So that's my update from here. Bye.